What? I'm trying to do an intro.
Oh, sorry.
Honestly. Can you just give me 1 minute?
3. I'm a Pokerdad.
Welcome back to the vlog, guys. We're back at Dusseldorf for a one-day 50k guaranteed tournament, £150 buy-in. A few of the boys with us. My money's on them, not this one. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, there's 8 of us, so we're going to have a little laugh song as well, so that'll be fun. Right, guys, first hand of the day, then we look down at Queen 8 of clubs in the cut-off. We're playing 300, 600, 20-minute levels. I make it 1400 and the button calls. The flop comes down Ace, 10, 6 with 2 hearts. It quickly goes check, check. The turn comes down another 10. Now, I think it's time to have a little bet here, so I bet 2200 into the pot. Obviously just trying to get a fold from the button here. He opens his cards quite wide. Obviously, I can't actually see them. I could almost see them on the camera now looking back at this. He ends up making the call. And the river comes down the 9 of hearts. I just don't think there's much point in me betting here, to be honest. I don't think I'm getting an ace to fold. Not sure what really calls the turn. But I'm not still beating with Queen High. It goes check, check. And he actually ends up winning with 8, 9 off. So he called my turn bet with the gut shot. And nailed a pair on the river. So, yeah. Right, guys, we're now playing 500, 1,000, so we've already missed another level. We've been very, very card dead. There's a super aggro player too to my right as well, so it's quite treacherous. So yeah, playing 500, 1,000. I've got 100k in the stack, so 100 big blinds, so plenty to play with. And I'm in the big blind with ace, jack, off. The aggro button makes it 5k, massive. I just flat. The flop is ace, jack, queen with 2 clubs. I check, and he bets 5k. This is sort of one of those spots I've been waiting for against him, so I just flat call again, allowing him to hang himself. And the turn card comes an innocuous 7. I check again, and this time he bets 10k. I think about raising here straight away to try and get value from those weaker hands, but I don't want to scare away those bluffs, so I end up deciding on just calling as well. The river comes down a deuce, so no sort of flush draws coming or anything like that. I check quickly again. He does think about it for a minute. I just want him to blast off, but he does eventually check as well. He doesn't show. Obviously, I know I've won the hand when he doesn't show, but a nice little pickup after being card dead for the first hour and a bit. Nice to win one. And hopefully we can hit a few more hands against this guy and chip up quite nicely. Right, again on to the next level then, guys. We've got ace, 5 of clubs in the big blind. We're playing 600, 1200, and I've got 130k in the stack. The cut-off makes it 2600. The small blind calls, and I decide to just call as well. Absolutely can free bet here, but I don't want to bloat a massive pot. Just no need to. Obviously, if we're playing cash, I'm probably sticking in a raise, but in a tournament structure like this, let's just see a flop. The flop comes down nice. It comes down ace, deuce, deuce with 2 hearts. I check in flow, and obviously pass it over to the initial imposition aggressor. He looks down at his chips and does decide on a bet. He bets 3,500 into the pot. It moves obviously over to the small blind first, who's not a bad player, actually quite a solid player. He does end up folding, and I very quickly decide to make the call. The turn is, I guess, what you'd call a dream, really, because obviously at the moment I'm a little bit worried about bigger aces, but when the turn brings an ace, I'm then instantly feeling much, much better about that situation. I check again. He takes his time again before betting 5k this time. I'm assuming he's got some sort of middling pocket pair, you know, maybe 7s through to 9s, 10s, something like that. There's also a couple of hearts on the board as well. I look at the hearts on the board for quite some time before making the call to try and make it look like I'm on a flush draw. Who knows if it works, but the river comes down the 7 of diamonds. I check again. And weirdly, he does end up betting again. Now, for me, all of his hands should probably be a check here, unless he's got an ace. But he does end up betting 12.5k. Now, I end up just snap calling here. It's probably a mistake. Maybe I should raise here, but I guess what's calling me when I raise? Still a nice pot to rake in. On to the next one then, guys, and this time we look down at ace, 5 of hearts. We're in sort of middle position here. We're playing 800, 1600, and we've got 155k on our stack, so we're doing quite well. Two to my right, the aggro guy, he makes it 3,800. I quickly call, same as the last time really. I don't feel like I need to bloat a pot here, especially in position against this specific player. The big blind also defends as well. The flop comes down quite nice, I suppose. It comes down deuce, 5, jack with 1 heart. So we've got middle pair, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. So lots going on really. Aggro player, he bets 4k. I do decide on just calling here. Again, in certain spots I think it's okay to raise, but I think here it's fine just to call again. Let all of his bluffs continue, and of course we don't want to blow the pot if we're behind. Big blind also sticks in a call as well, who's had a few fun hands with the aggro player as well. New subscriber to the channel, cheers buddy.
Trying to be helpful.
The turn is a 10, offsuit 10, so it doesn't help me in regards to the hearts, and it actually checks all the way around, which is interesting. Therefore don't think he's very strong. He's obviously worried with having 2 callers. And the river comes down another 2, so a board pair in 2. Again, I'm not too concerned about him having 1, but he does lead for 8k. Now, I take my time with this one. He's shown a lot of bluffs, he's also shown a lot of value, and he does like to talk at the table, as you can see. I love it when players talk at the table. I'm quite chatty at the table, but not with my opponents looking for information. So it's great that he's having a little chat, trying to talk to us. I might actually use a time bank, as you see there. I think it's the second time bank I've ever used in tournament poker. I'm trying to work out what hands he might have that would bet here. It's obviously not a strong one. I mean, it could be ace jack, something like that, I guess. But I'm just not buying it. I think it's quite weak. So I end up deciding on just flat calling as well. He actually announces that he's got 5 as well, but he has 4-5. So yeah, lucky really, I guess, to find the right decision here, to find the right call in quite a tough spot. But probably my favourite hand of the day.
I'm out. So what do I need to say?
Well, you don't need to say anything. It's not about you. First break update. He's out. He's out. He's going to be out soon. Lombard's rocking and rolling as always. First break, we're at about 180k from 125 starting stack. Just steady so far. You probably just saw there, I did make a bit of a hero call. That was quite nice. No. He's very aggy, that player, so he could have it either way. So I'm just trying to pick my spots against him. And a minute ago, I just met someone that watches the vlog, a guy called David. So if you're watching, mate, shout out, what a lad. And I'll see you in there. Right, guys, we're finally playing another hand. It feels like eternity. We've got 170k on our stack. We're playing 1500, 3000 now. So yeah, a little bit of time has passed, but absolutely card dead since the break. It's been awful. We've got king 10 of clubs in the big blind. Under the gun raises 6k. There's 2 callers and I defend as well. The flop comes down ace 10 5 rainbow. Checks around. Turn is a 6. It checks around quite quickly again. Aggro player is on the button, which sort of changed the dynamic in this hand. The river comes down a 5. It checks all the way around again, and the 10 is of course good. I was hoping that aggro would stab the river, and I could get a little bit of value, but yeah. Again, guys, we've missed the whole level here, and we're now playing 2.5, 5k, back at 170k stack as well. We've got 8s on the big blind. Early position opens to 10k, and I defend. And the flop comes down king 6 5. So 1 overcard, a couple of unders, rainbow flop. He bets 5k. I think my hand's obviously a bit too strong to fold straight away. I'm beating all the ace jacks, all the ace kings, sorry, all the ace queens. You know, jack queen, 10 jack, all those sorts of things. So beating lots of hands here. So I decide to come along for a call and see what the turn card brings. The turn is actually a great card for me. It's another king, which makes it obviously a lot less likely that he's got one. I check to him, and he does end up checking behind as well, which is good news. The river brings a 10, which isn't the best card in the deck. Another overcard to mine. I check again, see what he does. He actually quickly checks behind, and my 8s are good. Alright guys, things are starting to get a little bit serious now with some players getting a little bit short stack. We look down at ace queen of hearts after under the gun has limped. I make it 15k. He jams 43k, obviously snap it off. He has 4s. So classic flip. If you watch the vlog regularly, you know I don't run particularly well with ace queen. I think I've said before, I feel like it's the hand I've lost the most money with in my life. But hey ho, let's see what we can come up with here. The flop doesn't help us at all. The turn also doesn't help, and neither does the river. We lose another flip. Okay, that one wasn't ideal, guys, but on to the next one here. We've got ace 5 of hearts. We've had 85 hearts a few times today. We've got 150k on our stack now after taking that hit. Middle position makes it 11k. Small blind calls and I call as well. The flop comes Jack, Deuce, 9. It checks all the way around. No hearts, nothing to get excited about at all, to be honest. I'm pretty much already done with this hand. Even if an ace flops, I'm probably just in check call mode. The turn comes down a king. The initial raiser bets. The small blind does end up putting in a call, and I of course just fold and get out of the way. Reason I still left this one in is just to let you know that I'm showing you every hand of interest. So card dead so far. Hopefully things pick up as we get a little bit deeper into the tournament. We're just trying to chip up and survive.
With red cards.
Right guys, quick update, we're on to the next break. That is now the end of late reg. There'll be some max late regs come in with, I think it's like 20 bigs, or no, 15 big blinds. The hilarious part is, as you saw 2 hands, right? That is literally the only 2 hands I've played since the last break. Just so disgracefully card dead. I know it sounds silly, but I've not even folded a winner. Like, I've not even hit a flop that I've folded. Yeah, so we've got 119k, which is 6k under starting stack. So could have had a lay-in this morning and just max late reg this bad boy, and I'd be in a 6k better position. But we're on our first bullet. We only had 1 bullet, so I suppose that's some consolation. And now now's the time to run good. So keep the mentality right. We'll be patient. We'll wait for the right spot, and hopefully win a couple of flips. You wait, big stack coming.
Right guys, is it still okay? Is it still a meme? 6-7? I don't know. Anyway, we've got 6-7. We're in the small blind. Under the gun has limped. I decided to make up and the big blind checks. The flop is 6, ace, 4. Quickly goes check, check. The turn is a queen. Again, it quickly goes check, check, check. The river is a 5, which I actually think it's a good card for my hand for some reason. I think my 6 is good here. Someone may have spiked 5. So I actually decided to bet this river for value. So I just bet 8k, you know, literally 1 big blind into the pot. The big blind very quickly calls. And he has deuce 3 for the straight. So there's that.
Cool. What's happening?
Right guys, seriously serious times now. We've got 7s, middle position. Aggro to our right has made it 30k on the. It's 5-10k we're playing here. I've got 80k on my stack. No decision. I just jammed. My remaining, 80k. So it's 50k more for him to call. It does fold around to him, and he asked about maybe we're flipping. I don't think we're flipping, etc., etc. He was probably just having a laugh, to be honest. It wouldn't be the first time he's done it. I've seen him raise with some very poor hands. He actually ends up folding, so I'm assuming it was one of those hands. And we're up to 138k without having to turn our cards over, which is still only 14 big blinds. So we're going to need to get lucky, guys. Right, guys, before I play the footage here, we've just been in the big blind on our original table that we've been at all day. We've been moved, and we're straight back in the big blind again. Pretty brutal, especially when we're, fairly short stacked anyway. But I look down at ace jack. It folds around to the small blind who makes up. I just jam my 10 big blinds, thinking I'll just take it down as he won't be strong. He says and calls with jack 7 of clubs. Let's go to the run out. There we go, folks. Pretty speechless after that one. Got moved table. I was in the big blind, got moved table, straight back in the big blind. Obviously, as you saw, he limps. Ace jack, obviously snap jam, calls me with jack 7, as you saw. You've seen every hand. My best pocket pair was 8, and my best starting hand, non-pocket, was ace queen, which I lost the flip with. I haven't not shown you anything. There we go. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm now going to drive home 2.5 hours and see the wife. Yeah, like, subscribe, do those things, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe. I will.
I'm a